Tropical forest reserves slow down global warming. Exeter, UK SPX October 31, 2017. National parks and nature reserves in South America, Africa and Asia, created to protect wildlife, heritage sites and the territory of indigenous people, were reducing carbon emissions from tropical deforestation by a third, and so are slowing the rate of global warming, a new study shows. An audit of the role protected areas of tropical forest play in preventing global warming shows they are preventing the release of 3 times as much carbon into the atmosphere as the UK emits each year. Protected areas account for 20% of the world's tropical forest and play a crucial role in providing habitats for species including tigers, Asiatic lions, jaguars and forest elephants. They are also designated to conserve World Heritage Sites such as the historic Incan ruins of Machu Picchu in Peru, and to preserve territory for indigenous peoples in South America. Research by the University of Exeter and University of Queensland, Australia shows that protected areas of forest are preventing millions of tons of carbon emissions from being lost through logging and deforestation. The study, published in Scientific Reports, is the first to analyze the impact of all protected areas of tropical forest on reducing carbon emissions. Tropical forests account for around 68% of global forest carbon stocks, including trees, canopy and root systems. But rainforests are under pressure from clearing to produce cash crops such as soybeans in South America and palm oil in Southeast Asia. In Africa, tropical forest is being cleared for agriculture and to produce charcoal for local use and cooking. Deforestation releases nearly twice as much carbon and is absorbed by intact forests, further highlighting the importance of protected areas. Dr. Dan Beber, an ecologist at the University of Exeter, and Dr. Natalie Butt of the University of Queensland, analysed the likely level of tree loss in protected areas and the resulting carbon emissions had they not been defended from deforestation. The ecologists analysed the carbon stocks and losses of millions of hectares of protected areas such as national parks, World Heritage Sites, reserves for indigenous people, tourist sites and areas to protect endangered species. They found that protecting tropical forests cut predicted carbon emissions by around a third from 20 million in 2012. Dr. Beber said tropical protected areas are often valued for their role in safeguarding biodiversity. Our study highlights the added benefit of maintaining forest cover for reducing carbon dioxide emissions to the atmosphere, so helping slow the rate of climate change. From 2000 to 2012, tropical protected areas reduced carbon emissions by 407 million tons per year, equivalent to 1,492 million tons of CO2 per year. Protected forest area in South America, including Brazil, prevented 368.8 million tons of carbon per year being released between 2000 and 2012. In Asia, protected areas of forest, including nature reserves protecting animals such as tigers and orangutans, stopped 25 million tons of carbon per year being released. Protected areas of forest in Africa, including reserves to protect lowland mountain gorillas, saved 12.7 million tons of carbon per year, which would have been released had the areas not been protected from being cleared. The UK's annual CO2 emissions are around 404 million tons per year. Therefore, the saving is more than 3 times the UK's annual production of carbon dioxide emissions. Total annual carbon emissions from the tropics are thought to be between 1 and 1.5 billion tons of carbon per year, equivalent to 3.67 to 5.05 billion tons of CO2. There was concern that protecting areas of forest would increase clearing outside their boundaries, but the authors found no measurable increase in logging in areas of rainforest just outside protected areas. Research paper Amazonian hunters deplete wildlife but don't empty forests. Norwich, UK SPX October 26, 2017. Conservationists can be cautiously optimistic about the prospect of sustainable subsistence hunting by Amazonian communities according to new research from the University of East Anglia. Human exploitation of natural resources is a key driver of global biodiversity loss. In tropical forests, overhunting has been implicated in widespread local species extinction and the creation of EMP. Read more related links. University of Exeter Forestry News, Global and Local News, Science and Application. Thanks for being here, we need your help. The Space Daily News Network continues to grow, but revenues have never been harder to maintain. With the rise of ad blockers and Facebook, our traditional revenue sources via quality network advertising continues to decline. And unlike so many other news sites, we don't have a paywall with those annoying usernames and passwords. Our news coverage takes time and effort to publish 365 days a year. If you find our news sites informative and useful, then please consider becoming a regular supporter or for now make a one-off contribution. Space Daily Contributor $5 Build once credit card or PayPal. Space Daily Monthly Supporter $5 Build monthly PayPal only.